What's going on, guys? Welcome back. This is crazy. I don't know if this is going to come to pass, but there's a new lawsuit and it says Diddy's Netflix nightmare isn't over. Now, a lawsuit wants to reveal his medical records. Okay. So, new lawsuit may force Diddy, guys, to reveal the results of his HIV test. All right. So, let's get into this, man. So, the saga never ends with Diddy. The saga never ends, man. The saga, excuse me, never ends. It says Sean Diddy Combs has just had his entire life dragged into the spotlight by 50 Cent's explosive Netflix documentary. Okay. Outlets have learned the fallout is far from over, guys. They're not lying when they say the fallout is far from over. What's new? Every day is something new with this situation. Now, Diddy could be forced to reveal something even more personal than his past relationships or business dealings, his medical history. Now, I'm thinking about it. I have to do some research on the fly while I'm here. Can a lawsuit force you to reveal your medical records? Let me take a look at this because I'm going to tell you guys what it says, but we're going to go further. Can a lawsuit force one to reveal their medical records? Let's see here. Can this happen? Because I'm like, wait a minute. It says yes. A lawsuit can force someone to reveal their medical records, but only under specific legal conditions and limits. It's not automatic, and courts are careful about medical privacy. General rule: medical records are private. Medical records are protected by HIPAA. That means opposing parties cannot just demand medical history. Disclosure usually requires court involvement and consent, meaning that I don't think this stuff is going to get out to the public. If he has to reveal his medical situation, we're not going to know about it. It'll be redacted, I think. When the medical condition is part of a case, if you put your health at issue, courts typically allow limited access. Examples: personal injury lawsuits claiming physical injury, emotional distress claims, disability, or workers' compensation cases, medical malpractice lawsuit. If you claim damages for pain, injury, trauma, or mental health, the defense can argue they need relevant medical records to evaluate the claim. Court subpoenas: judge issue an order. A valid subpoena is approved. The request is relevant and narrowly tailored. Limit records to specific time frames. You hear this? To a specific time frame, and that's what they're talking about here. Specific time frame. Restrict disclosure to certain conditions. Right, restrict disclosure mean we're not going to know. Issue protective orders to prevent public release. That's just what I was saying. All right, so let's go back to this. Let's go back to this here. And yeah, so Diddy could force to reveal something his medical history. One of the dozens of lawsuits currently facing Diddy is taking a shocking turn. A woman named, I'm not going to say her name here, that this news report has her name up, but I'm not going to say it, who claims she was sexually, essayed by Diddy repeatedly during the mid 1990s, is asking the court to compel the rapper to turn over all his medical records from that time period. Okay, remember that she can ask for a certain time period. According to newly filed legal documents, she claims Diddy may have exposed her to serious and life-threatening diseases during the alleged assaults. Her attorney, Tyrone Blackburn, filed a 10-page motion demanding Diddy to produce the results of all STD tests and all HIV tests taken before the alleged assaults. Interesting. The filing argues that Diddy's medical status is directly relevant to the harm his accuser claims to have suffered. Her legal team says she has the right to know whether she was unknowingly exposed to the disease that could affect her for the rest of her life. And it says here, on line 48 of this complaint, admit prior to engaging in sexual conduct with her in 1995, you had been tested for sexually transmitted infections or diseases, including HIV. And it says here, if you had been tested for a sexually transmitted infection or disease prior to 1995, admit the results of such testing and whether those results indicate that you were infected with any sexually transmitted infection or disease. Interesting. We will come back to that. Now it says, why is this a big deal? Medical records are among the most protected documents in the legal system, like I had said before. Courts rarely force their release unless there is compelling reason. Yeah, and this could get really, really deep, guys. It can get really, really deep really quickly. The reason why I say that is because what happens if she may have this? I don't know. She may have it. And let's say that he has to produce his results prior to 1995 and it shows that he has it. Does that mean a lot of other people that was involved in his case, do they have it? This could get really, really crazy. Why prosecutors avoided this topic at trial? Interesting, during Diddy's recent federal trial, prosecutors avoided mentioning any issues related to STDs or HIV. Legal experts believe this was done to avoid re-traumatizing alleged victims or introducing sensitive medical details that could derail the case. But civil lawsuits play by different rules. Diddy and his legal team have continued to deny all allegations against him, still with dozens of lawsuits piling up, and now the possibility of his medical history being dragged into open court. The pressure is only intensifying. Guys, this is crazy, bro. This is crazy. It says, from Netflix docu-series to federal courtrooms, the walls are closing in. If a judge order those records released, guys, the saga is about to get even crazier. You hear me? Guys, this is serious. This could get all the way crazy here. We already know the detail. I mean, we already know like this. I mean, does that mean she has it? Think about it. If he has it prior to 1995, could she have it? I'm not going to say who she is, but could all of them have it that's been dealing with them? Okay. Or could that be a reason why? I don't know. I don't know. This could get, guys, he could go broke over this. He could go broke over this. And that means that what happens if some of the entertainers that was engaged with them, let's say if he has it and she has it, some of the entertainers that engage, do they have it? How about do their spouses have it? God, this could get crazy, bro. That's the only thing I could tell you, man. That's the only thing I could tell you. This is not even, this is serious business. This is serious business, man. I'm just thinking about this. Oh my goodness, guys. Oh my goodness. Do you realize the implications here? Do you realize what can this do? As far as the implications to everything. And I'm just thinking about it real quick. Just reflecting on the case and stuff like that. Oh man, that could get really, really, really crazy, guys. But anyway, let me know what you think about this below. This could be potentially damaging. This is breaking news. It could be potentially damaging. These are all allegations, though. I'm not saying that this is just being put out there. But let me know what you think below. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.